Hi guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm Dr. Lynda Cramer. Today's video is a question about heaven that was asked to me by Alan, who lives in New South Wales, Australia. Now, Alan has asked me, what language do we speak in heaven? So I think this is a great question because I speak English, but my soul, let's go deep down the rabbit hole straight away here, okay? My soul, who has lived hundreds and thousands or millions and billions of lives, do we always speak English, or are we always born into an English-speaking country? No. Okay, the answer is no. I know from one of my past lives, I was born up at the top end of Europe, where I spoke this European country. I know that I've been over in the Middle East in other lives. However, this is when we go straight down the rabbit hole. What I believe, because we all have near-death experiences that are so different and varying, okay? When we're in heaven, we don't speak from here. We speak from here. So as I was walking through cities and as I was walking down by the river and as I was talking to thousands and thousands and thousands of people during my 5 years that I was in heaven, I spoke English from in here. I heard them talking in a comprehension that I could understand, which was my English here. So I'll be honest with you, I saw people from other countries because of their cultural clothes. I saw medieval English women with their long dresses like Anne Boleyn, but then I saw people like sheep herders, which would be from like Afghanistan. Then I saw people in sheet type clothes, which would be from Muslim religious countries. Then I saw people in other, red saris. So they're from India. So when they spoke, I heard English. So it doesn't mean that they converted to English or I just didn't hear what they were saying. It's because the language that we speak is universal when we start talking from our own consciousness. Okay, so let's go deep here. My life, Lynda, the Lynda life that I'm leading right now, she was born in Australia, okay? She speaks English. But when you take my soul out of my body and I become this separate entity, we've got to go back to universal laws. Universal laws. Now, in my book, 5 Years in Heaven, I've got the universal laws in the back section. Okay, let me just find them so I can go through them with you right now. So here's the universal laws. Universal laws. Now, there's 12 that I go up to. Okay, some people say there's 9 universal laws, some say there's 15. But I've got the 12 in here because they're the most common ones. Universal law 1. Let's have a look at it. Universal law 1 is the law of divine oneness. Helps us to understand that we live in a world where everything is connected to everything else. We are all one. Every single thing is connected to the source. So it's all here in my book, 5 Years in Heaven. Okay? So when we think that everything is one, so my soul, when it leaves my body and my body is finally deceased again, because I've already died, right? So I love making jokes about this. But when my soul leaves my body and I'm here now as an energetic being, we don't abide by language. We don't abide by clothing to suit our climate. We don't abide by financial obligations or how much wealth we have. We become that energy source which is encompassed by oneness. Everything is one. So therefore, everything is comprehended. Everything is understood. Everything is known. Okay? Known. We know all about everything as a soul. And that's why we can pick life contracts. That's why we can pick our soul families. And that's why we know the future before the past has even occurred. We're going deep here. So let me go back into this so we rehash it, so we fully fathom what I'm saying here. When we go to heaven, it's not that we speak English, French, German, whatever language, okay? We speak a universal understanding of communication that's telepathic. So there is no English. But because I was in an NDE state where I had not yet fully passed over, so I was staying there, I appeared as the life of Lynda while I was there. And that's why when I was doing my life review, I'm still as Lynda, wearing my pajamas in which I died. I had not passed at that point to my soul level of being in heaven. Because the difference there is, the ones that were in heaven, they could pass from life to life. That's why I explained the duck instantly turned into a little boy, who instantly turned into a bear, who instantly turned into a hippie woman from the 1960s. So they were reliving the lives that they had previously lived. Or there's no previously, because everything is in heaven. So as I walked around, I saw people wearing clothes from like 2600, clothes of 600 years in the future that we haven't even thought of wearing yet. So they were there because there's no time that exists in heaven. And that's why there was no technology there. There was no elevators, no cars, no iPads, no pods. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. So that's why there's no technology there. We don't need technology to listen to a phone when we've got everything in our source of our consciousness. So therefore, as Lynda in heaven, I heard English coming from the German guy, coming from the duck. The duck didn't quack, 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 because as soon as I became the duck, I heard English. And that was because that's the language I comprehended at that time. So when I go over and become my soul level again, would I still hear English? I may hear German. I may hear some do 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 do. If you remember the Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind. So who knows what language we speak on our holistic, soulistic level. But in an NDE, we all hear the language that we speak. Okay? Because that's what we comprehend at that time. So I hope that helps. Oh, I should just say here too, there are people who do hear other languages there. And I believe that's because they're still attached to the life that they were living. So Lynda, born in Australia, who speaks English, it could have been possible for me to hear someone speaking Spanish. It could have been easy for me to hear other languages. But in my situation, I didn't. Okay? So I hope that helps you today. Love you all. Thank you so much for watching. If this is helpful, please donate towards my tube. So I can, I'm trying to save up for a new computer, by the way. So yeah, I'd love to get a new computer. This computer I've got's 12 years old. Actually, it's longer than that. It's about 14 years old now. Oh my God. So I want to update my equipment so I can get better quality videos starting to come out. So thank you all for coming and viewing. And I hope that you've pressed the subscribe button. Go back through my playlist, listen to my videos, because I've got some good content there. Apparently, that's what people think. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you all soon. Okay, thanks again. Bye.